Hello everyone. I'm back with our familiar topic, building a homemade antenna. Let's get started. In my hand is a piece of copper tubing. My goal is to bend it into a coil, and to do that I'll be working with my hands and a glass bottle. Wrapping this takes some effort, so I trimmed it down a bit to save you the waiting time. With the two ends of the tube sticking out, I'll use pliers to straighten them, making the connection step easier. As you can see, the two ends of the tube aren't the same length. I'll use pliers to trim the longer ones so they're even. To make the connection easier, I'll tap the two protruding ends of the tube with a hammer to flatten them. Next, I'll drill a hole at each end of the tube. The next step is to secure it onto a rectangular wooden board using screws. As for the size, you'll need to estimate based on what you have so it fits properly. Now we'll move on to the wiring step. With this positive plug in my hand, I'll take it apart first. I've prepared two short pieces of wire for the connection. Now we'll attach their ends to the two pins of the plug. If you've watched this far and found the topic interesting, don't forget to like and subscribe. With the other two ends of the wire, we'll connect them to the screws securing the coil on the wooden board. To keep the plug from getting in the way, I'll secure it to the wooden board with hot glue. That's the first stage of the antenna device done. Now let's move on to making the signal cable. Some of you might not recognize what I'm holding. This is a female power plug. The first thing we need to do is take it apart to get ready for the wiring step. I prepared a cable earlier this morning for this video. Now we'll connect one end of the TV antenna wire to this female power plug. Here's a tip: don't use too much force with a knife, or you might cut the inner shielding mesh. Just connect the copper core and this shielding mesh to the 2 pins of the female plug. At this step, use electrical tape to keep things safe. English version, expanded 100 words. In fact, this isn't unreasonable at all, as many people around the world have already applied it. Bending copper tubing into a coil to create a signal-receiving antenna relies on basic electromagnetic principles. As waves pass by, the coil induces a current sent to the receiver. Copper is a good conductor, and coiling it generates a small magnetic field, increasing signal reception while reducing the physical size of the antenna. Interference reduction is also crucial. When combined with a shielding mesh, the antenna filters out unwanted signals, allowing the TV to receive a stable signal with clear audio and images. You can adjust the coil turns, diameter, and spacing to optimize resonance for different signal types. This makes the DIY antenna adaptable to different environments, from urban areas to rural regions where signals may be weak or noisy. Bending copper tubing requires patience, basic tools, and careful handling of the shielding mesh. This method is cost-effective and provides hands-on learning about electromagnetism and practical skills. Once complete, the antenna delivers stable reception and clear images, demonstrating its practical effectiveness. It's a simple yet efficient way to enhance your TV experience without investing in expensive antennas. For anyone using this female plug for the first time, it's simple. Just plug it directly into a male plug and you're good to go. For the other end of the wire, we'll connect it to a straight F connector and a 90-degree F connector, so it can plug directly into the TV. This step is different from before since the connector isn't a power plug, which makes it straightforward. So our homemade antenna assembly, along with the accompanying cable, is now fully complete. Everything is ready, and the next step is to connect it directly to the TV to see it in action. At the moment, my TV isn't picking up any signal because the cable hasn't been connected yet. Now I'll plug the cable into the TV to see the results. See that? In just 3 short seconds the screen picked up the signal. Very fast. Now we'll wait a bit longer to check if the signal remains stable. To make it more convincing, I'll film a close-up so everyone can see clearly. So now, do you trust me a bit more? The beauty of this homemade antenna lies in its basic principle. The coil and wire conduct the signal, while the shielding mesh reduces interference, allowing the TV to receive a stable, clear signal, much better than a regular antenna. With the right copper tube size, coil turns, and wire connections, the antenna works efficiently even with a standard TV. Proper wiring, good metal contact, and careful handling of the mesh are key. Using this method, you don't need an expensive antenna to enjoy clear reception. If you found this helpful, leave a comment, share your experience, or ask questions. Don't forget to like and subscribe for future tutorials.